Today, I would like to talk to you about how Gavin Newsom has signed several anti-gun bills as of today. Now, I'm going to give a brief overview of every single one of them, and I might give a little bit of my opinions here and there, but we're going to try to keep today's video fairly short. I really do want to say thank you to Route 66 Shooting Sport Park down in San Bernardino, California for supporting this channel. I also want to say thank you to everyone that has supported me since Instagram deleted my old account, and now I am left with a backup account that is a fraction of the size. If you're on Instagram and wondering where I am, it got deleted. We might get it back, we might not. But let's hop right into the video today. I originally saw this on Twitter from the office of the Governor of California. Every day we're reminded we can't be complacent in the fight against the gun violence epidemic in this country. Today's actions strengthen California's nation-leading common sense gun safety laws. Most of these laws here are not necessarily new, they are merely add-ons that make the existing laws even worse. Pretty crazy that it could get worse in California, but Gavin Newsom is on his post-recall survival revenge tour right now, it seems. Governor Newsom signs legislation to bolster California's nation-leading gun safety laws, support survivors of domestic violence. Some of that might sound fine, right? You know, like if you beat your wife, you should go to jail, right? That's not really what these laws do, though. AB 1057 enables law enforcement to seize ghost guns under gun violence or domestic violence restraining orders, and SB 320 strengthens procedures ensuring the relinquishment of firearms. Now, the interesting about this is gun violence restraining orders, once again, are red flag laws. For those of you that might not know what red flag laws are and why they're bad, well, the problem is red flag laws do not maintain due process. What does that mean? It means that you can, without any knowledge of it going on, have someone that is close to you in the state of California, whether it be a family member, coworker, a teacher, an employer, someone that you used to live with, they can file a red flag restraining order and have your guns taken away from you. You don't get to defend yourself. You don't get to state your case. Seems like they take your guns and do due process second. Wonder who said that. AB 1191 requires analysis of crime gun data to track gun violence trends. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, yeah, I guess if you want to know what sort of violence is being done, figure out what the things are going on, how that violence is being performed, and maybe we can make corrective actions towards that. What this law says right here is that they are going to track which firearms are used in crimes most often, and then they're going to figure out how to ban those specific guns. Now, if you're not aware, in the state of California and nationwide, approximately 80% or more of all firearms-related homicides or assaults are performed with handguns. Now, we have the safe handgun roster in California, which for some reason the LAPD is going to be able to, and most law enforcement, are going to be able to choose guns that are not on the not unsafe for sale list, but you know, what's up with that? So this is most likely going to be used so that they can target certain types of firearms that are most likely going to be the most common guns that are chosen for self-defense and lawful purposes, which vastly outweigh any amount of crime that's performed with them. And they're going to use that data to determine, hey, here's one more reason we can say we want to specifically ban this gun. So when court cases come along and they say, well, we need to know that these laws are specifically tailored to the cause that you're looking for, they're going to be able to say, well, if you look here, this specific type of gun is used in crimes. Cool. Very good to see more laws going towards spending more money, tracking and analyzing more ways for them to destroy your rights to keep and bear arms. AB 887 allows domestic violence survivors to file restraining orders online, and SB 538 enables electronic filing and remote appearances. So, in addition to the fact that more people and more items are going to be taken during red flag law confiscations, where the person who is being accused of the crime has their rights taken from them, their property taken from them, without actually a chance to defend themselves. So they're being punished prior to actually being proven guilty of any crime. Now, someone like bitter ex-girlfriend would simply be able to go online, file a restraining order, get your guns taken away from you, and then not ever have to actually physically show up in court. This all seems like it's a very slippery slope. Some of you might be saying, well, yeah, people that beat their wife, they should definitely be punished. Yes, and the laws already make it illegal for you to do that. So if you did break the law and assaulted someone, that's not even what we're talking about here. We are talking about things as simple as red flag laws. Governor Gavin Newsom today announced that he has signed legislation to enhance protections for survivors of domestic violence and bolster the enforcement of California's nation-leading gun safety laws, including measures to strengthen gun violence restraining orders and analyze crime data to track trends impacting communities across the state. They will always use it under the guise of domestic violence and protecting women, when in reality, it's the women who would need the ability to protect themselves the most, and the police are the ones who, when you call them, will react to a crime that has already occurred. These laws are getting to the point where it's no longer even about safety. They're just trying to add more and more ways so that they can continually push the limit on what they can get away with and who they can take guns from without actually having to go through the courts and go through due process. They're still technically going through the courts, but they're not giving you your day in court before they take your shit from you. California has the strongest gun safety laws in the nation, but we're reminded every day that we can't afford to be complacent in the fight against gun violence epidemic in this country. We can and must do more, said Gavin Newsom. Today's action strengthens enforcement of our common sense gun safety laws, helping ensure that dangerous individuals who are prohibited from possessing firearms surrender their weapons and advancing other life-saving policies to make our communities safer. These laws that make it illegal for someone to possess firearms, whether when they shouldn't possess them because they have broken the law and should be in jail, these laws already exist. So if someone is so dangerous that you think them having a gun is the make or break as far as whether or not it would be unsafe for someone to be around them, like their significant others, maybe you should just take them off the streets because they've broken the law and should not be let out. Meanwhile, we have in the state of California, we're giving free needles to people, we're paying people to not do drugs, we're paying people to not shoot people that have been identified as dangerous and have already been arrested with crimes, and then we're letting people out of jail early. It's just insane that we're still going through this, where they pretend like they're tough on crime and want to protect you. Meanwhile, they're letting dangerous people out of jail and supporting people's dangerous habits, and then paying people when they manage to not shoot someone. Congratulations, California. If you want more information on each one of these bills, you can read this information down below. I will leave links to it. Now, in addition to that, we had SB 264, which bans the Orange County Fair and Event Center from holding the gun shows. This is great. I'm sure that event did not bring in any tax dollars for Orange County. I'm sure that the fairgrounds won't be financially impacted by that. And then when you look further into it, when you find out that the Orange County Fairgrounds, the people that run it, weren't actually allowed to speak up and oppose it under legal threat, yeah, it seems like nobody actually wanted this law except for the anti-gunners like Dave Min and Gavin Newsom. It's insane that these kinds of things are being pushed under the guise of public safety, because every single thing that you would buy at the Orange County Fairgrounds during those gun shows would be completely legal for you to buy in the state of California. Gun shows, and especially gun shows in the state of California, are not some black market, secret, super scary thing that allows criminals to just walk through and walk out with billions of dollars of ghost guns. It's not how it works, especially not in the state of California. This video was pretty short, or I tried to keep it as short as possible. Thank you to everyone that tuned in. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. What was the craziest bill in here, in your opinion? I just want to know what people are thinking about this. This was an opportunity that we had when we could have recalled Gavin Newsom, and all the people that said, oh no, I don't believe in this. I think this is a waste of money. This is a waste of time. Thank you for doing nothing. We had an opportunity to stop these bills, and 67% or something like that chose to keep this in place. So all the Democratic gun owners, all the liberal gun owners, thank you so much. You will all know the drill. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace.